Greetings, my generate. Today I am wearing a robe because it was either make a blog post or get dressed. That's the way my day is going right now. So I chose to serve you fine people and make a blog post. So you're welcome. It's robe time today. Today we're going to be talking about how to plan a trip abroad in less than 1 hour. And I know that may seem like a huge undertaking, but it's actually not that complicated once you have the right tools and you know what exactly it is that you need to know to plan a trip abroad. So the first thing you have to figure out is how much time do you have to spend in this new country, which I hope it's a new country. Better be a new country that you've never been to before, because that's far more adventurous. So how much time do you have? You have 1 week, you have 2 weeks, you have 3 weeks, and depending on how much vacation time you have for work. If you don't have a job, then you have a lot of time, whether that's a good thing or not. So let's say you have 2 to 4 weeks. Typically, you can go to 1 to 2 spots or 2 sites or cities in that country per week. Any more than that, and you're really rushing it, you're doing a whirlwind tour, and you're not going to really get the essence of that culture and that country. And any less than that, and well, you haven't gotten the essence either because you've only been to 1 or 2 spots in that country. So let's say you have 4 weeks, and you can spend a little bit more time in each place and not go to 8 sites, but go to 6 sites. So you now kind of have your idea of, okay, I know how long I have. I know that I can only go to this many places. So how do I find those places? So first, let's ask yourself, well, what do you want to do? And a lot of people ask you, well, what are you going for your vacation? What country are you going to? And it's really not about the country so much as it is about what you want to do in that place. I mean, maybe, yeah, you've always wanted to go to China because the culture interests you, but really it's about that culture. It's about that going to see the Great Wall or trying to save a puppy from the market from being eaten. You know, whatever your little heart desires is what you want to do. So do you want to go hang gliding? Do you want to go surfing? Do you want to sit out by the beach? Do you want to see a volcano? Whatever it is that you want to do, you can pick a country based on that. And, you know, your own budget and how much time you have. So if you don't have as much time, if you only have 1 week, then maybe you're going to Latin America or Central America or the Bahamas or someplace close, just because you don't have a lot of time to fly all the way across the world. So once you figure out what it is that you want to do and where do you want to go, then you have to go get a travel guide. You do have to purchase something for this. You have to go get a travel guide, and that is this right here. This is what I use. It's the DK Eyewitness Guide. This one is to Costa Rica right now because that is where I am going this fall. And I don't get any money from them. This is not an affiliate thing or anything like that. This is just the only guide that I use whenever I go traveling. And the reason is I don't use other travel guides that are massive and whose initials start with Lonely Planet, because look at this guy. It is super small, and it's chock full of not only good information but beautiful pictures that really helps you get a better idea of that country, where you want to go, what it is that you want to see, rather than just reading tiny little text. It is just a tome of information that there's no way that you can absorb. So I don't need to know all the restaurants that are in a certain city. Once I get there, I will just ask the locals and say, hey, where's a good place that I should go? And then they will tell me where to go, and I will go and eat there. So this is what I use to plan my trips. And let me show you how it works. As soon as I open it up, you can tell that it's nicely color-coded for the different regions in the country. And every single region, and this is actually one for the entire country, but it also has breakdowns for every single region, has nice little pictorial breakdowns of, you know, what's in that particular place. So here is a nice little volcano with steam coming out of it, and I know I want to go see a volcano. That's my primary purpose for going to Costa Rica, because I want to touch magma. Well, I don't want to touch magma. I want to poke magma with a stick. That's what I want to do. So that's where I want to go. So I'm just going to circle that. It says it's on page 90. I'll read more about that a little bit later on. But you can go to each one of these regions, and you can really break it down, and it helps you know what's there a lot faster than reading paragraphs and paragraphs and pages of text. The other thing, so once you get all your different places kind of worked out, you can see in the back here you have less of a territorial map and more just like roads and a map with airports on it, so you can figure out how you need to get from place to place. So intra-country, are you going to fly from city to city, or are you going to take the bus, or are you going to rent a car? Expensive. What are you going to do? And that depends on your budget also. So I tend to spend about $1,000 a week. I budget $1,000 a week for my trips, and I usually go for about 4 to 6 weeks. Some people say that's a lot of money. Some people say, how do you even have a vacation with $1,000 a week? That's like one night stay at a resort. I don't stay at resorts. I stay at hostels. I like hostels. They're cheap. They're fun. You get to meet a lot of really cool people, and then you travel with them for the remainder of your weeks, typically, because they have the same goals as you. They want to travel. They want to experience culture, and that's very like-minded type people. I save all of my money for activities, zip lining, surfing, bungee jumping, hikes, things like that, and that's kind of how I do it. But you do it your own way. This just gives you a good example of how you can get around in the country. So if I only have a week, maybe I'll fly from place to place if I have the budget for it. If I have a longer period of time and I want to see some spots along the way, I'll take the bus or train or metro or whatever they have. And also in this book, it's really nice in the back. It says getting around in Costa Rica. Baboosh, right there. So it'll tell you about bus schedules. It'll tell you about cars, renting a car. And it also tells you how much they cost and how safe they are. If you're going to a place like Peru or Ecuador, for example, the bus system doesn't have the best track record because there is a fatality count on some of those. So just be aware of that. And of course, it does explain that in here of how safe it is to get around. For the record, Peru is actually a very safe place to get around on the bus, but in the past they've had some troubles. That's my how to plan a trip in less than an hour. You can do this in an hour, I swear to you. I have done it before, and once you get good at these little books, and you can just flip around with them, and it's really easy to find out what you want to do. So after that, you got your dates, you got your things that you want to do, you already have the country that you want to go to, and you have all the places that you're going to go. It's planned. Now you just have to get the logistics, look at your flights, look at your buses and travel and metro stations, and look into that. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them down there. That looks kind of wrong. On the blog post, put them down there, and I will be more than happy to help you out with that. So good luck, happy journeying, and I'll see you next time.